dun, 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 dun. The return of the king. Whoa. Oh, streamer. So, hey guys. I've been live since the first day of the season when we did Copper to Champ, but we are live again today. And that's pretty exciting, am I right? That's pretty exciting. Also, my stream didn't work. 1 second. Lord Taffa, what's up, man? First in the chat. The YouTube chat is not popping up on screen, so I apologize. I don't know why. I don't know why, but the Twitch chat will show up. As you can see by my test example right here, Tayos Ver. I just typed some letters, I'm not going to lie. Oh, what's up, baby? Back in action. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It should be a good day. I'm looking forward to the day, which is a good start. Oh, frick, I got on my main account. I was going to get on my alt account and play unranked because my main account's too high elo and unranked, so I play cheaters, but maybe there won't be cheaters because there's an update. I don't know. Hey, everyone. How's it going? Happy to have you all back. I hope there's no delay. I don't think there's a delay. There shouldn't be a delay. It should be fine. I just want to... it's been a minute. I don't know how to stream. What I do know is that you guys can't see the game right now, and that's cool. That's normal. That's part of the process, okay? Yeah, this is my first stream. I don't know, since Copper Champ stream first day of the season, so I haven't actually streamed since then. So it's been over a month. September 4th was the last day, so it's been a month and 10 days since my last stream. That says a lot about the state of the game. Obviously, I made a video on that. Most of you guys probably watched it. And today is one of my 2 days, so I figured, why not stream one of my 2 days working on Siege and just do, like, think like a champ style videos, like, you know, because that's kind of what I've been up to anyways, like just this yap style, learn stuff. But I figured I could do it on stream. We could play a bunch of games. We'll just play on ranked, chill, hang out, and just like really embrace the non-competitive side of the game, embrace the teaching side of the game, because right now there's no competition for me. But the new update did just come out today, which is pretty exciting because we got the Solous buff. So I think we will play a game of just Solous, show her off. Maybe a couple, I don't know. Talk about how to play her, because I think Solous will be good again, especially because I honestly think the biggest change isn't even the impacts. I think it's the range going up to 20 meters from 12. 12 meters is useless. That's not far at all. 20 meters, now we're talking. Now we can really see what's going on. We can paint a little better picture, and I think that's really what you need, because, like, could just play Pulse, you know? It's like, why play Solous when Pulse exists when her range is only 12 meters? Plus, we got a Denari buff, so I want to play Denari too. Because I think that's also going to be good. The only thing I was confused by with the patch notes is it said they got rid of the trip reconnect delay. But so when Denari was released on the test server, he had a reconnect delay of 7 seconds. And then I believe they upped it to 12 or 15. But then they said they got rid of it, which could be interesting. Quit the yap and play. You do realize this entire stream is pretty much just yapping. I'm sorry to break it to you, brother. It's nice to see you all again. Thanks for coming back, guys. Appreciate you. Oh, fuck, I don't even have my alerts up. I forgot how to stream. Oh my god. Please hold. I don't have any alerts. What did we... Who subbed? I missed them all. 1 sec. I'll see you in a sec. I'll be able to tell in a second. Give me a moment. Prepare for the Yap Fest. Dude, can we just give up on like the whole rage bait thing? Like it's been like over a year since like rage baiting became a thing, and it's never been funny. I like really all rage bait is just like you looking for attention. You know, it's just like it's pathetic. It's really pathetic when you think about it. Anyway. All right, what did I miss? Del mode with the tier 1. Courtney Rhodes with the 6 months. Let's go. Thank you for the 6 months. Welcome back. I appreciate it. Hello there. I was wondering if you could sell me a car by chance. Heard you were the number 2 salesman in Canada. I'm actually, no, I'm just average. I'm average salesman in Canada, Drew. Thanks for the 47 months, man. Little iceberg on the mic with the prime sub. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. We are queuing. We are queuing. I don't know what to expect. Actually, I could do some shooting range. It's been a while. It's been a while. I mean, I should probably get on my other account, honestly, because this is basically just like playing ranked at this point, since my hidden MMR in unranked is high. Did the hard breachers get buffed already? I don't think so, right? I don't think they were updated yet, right? That would be sick. They may have, actually.
Pick a gun.
I also have the chat on screen today because I want, fuck, it's kind of over the health, eh? That kind of doesn't work. Should I move it? I want the chat so I could, here, I can do something. I'll flip it around. So I could have your guys, like, interaction on the video, too. I'm going to put you guys up here. And then shrink this down a bit. And I'll move my alerts because that's normally where my alerts are. Down below. Do them here. All right, cool. That should be good now. Can you guys read the chat okay, or is it too small? I think it's all right, right? It'll be fine, especially with on recording. The new patch is out. I don't know if it's got the hard breachers in it. That's one thing I want to check. One sec. I'm gonna end the shooting range first because I don't like just sitting here. Let me see it. It's good? Okay, nice. Thanks, guys. Okay, so we had the whole Solous impacts. Where is this? But I think they were just saying that they're going to do it. In our year 10 season 3.2 update, we deployed a hit rejection fix. I didn't see that. Oh, no, I did. It just says players should now see it appearing less often, which does that mean that they actually fixed hit rejection, or they fixed the alert that tells you that it's hit rejected? That's my question. So that's interesting. I think it's season 3.2. Is that the hard breacher buff? Or am I wrong? Maybe the hard breacher buff isn't out yet. Coral, nice to see you, dude. Oh my gosh, how have you been? It's been like 10 years, dude. No, okay, that was just... Oh, trip connector reactivation time increased to 1 second after the line of sight has been blocked by an operator. Oh, so they got rid of that. I didn't even realize they added that. So that's what they meant by reverting that change. Okay, I don't even... Is it the pin tweet? Yes, it's the pin tweet. Okay. I don't know. I'm trying to look at... I'm pulling up the patch right now. Solous, Denari, that's it. Okay, so Denari, Solous, Bandit, and Jaeger. Right. They changed Bandit and Jaeger up a little bit. That's next season? Okay. Yeah, hopefully season 4 is good. I mean, I just wish they would just throw stuff out now because people are kind of getting sick of it, but... All right, you know what? I can't even find a game. I forgot nobody plays this game, guys. Like, I've been in queue for 5 minutes. All right, I'm going to switch my account. I'm going to go on my alternate account because I can't even find a game on my main account in unranked because that's how... Anyway, everybody knows the situation. I'm not here to complain today. I'm here to play the game and teach you guys how to play the game, okay? That's the plan. Yeah, Jaeger and Bear got the new pistol. We'll play some Jaeger, play some Bandit. We'll test the changes, but I mean, the main priority today is just getting some good games in, some good yap sessions. Basically, what I do on YouTube, but just do it on stream. That's kind of the goal. And then post them to YouTube, you know. So, with that being said, I will be taking suggestions / questions. So if there's anything you guys want to see, or like want me to help you understand, I can do that in a match. So like, if you're like, oh, I want to know how to, I want to know how to rat better. We could do a full match where I just rat and just show you how to rat properly, right? Moin Meister Chen, thank you for the 3 months, brother. You just want to watch streams with the 2 months. My day's going well, man. Thank you for asking. Coral with the 19 months. It's been good. College been kicking my ass, but we ball. Fair enough. College is hard, man. College is hard. Finchy with the 31 months, tier 2. Oh my god. Fucking blowing my back out with the subs, boys. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's freaking crazy. You guys are freaking crazy, dude. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Yeah. Hell yeah. Positioning video was, thank you. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, like with those videos is like, I feel like I've covered all the topics. You know, it's like we ran out of topics quick. It's like, oh, this is how you anchor. This is how you roam. This is how you position yourself. This is how you aim. This is how you attack. This is how you defend. Like, what else is there? Consistency. Consistency is hard because it's not like, I mean, I could talk about consistency for a game, but it's not gonna really show you how to be consistent. Like, consistency just comes down to low risk gameplay, really. The lower risk gameplay you have, the more consistent you be. Because the problem is most people that play this game play high risk gameplay. So they take fights that they don't have the advantage in. They're in the open, the enemy's not, right? That's the most classic example. And the more you take disadvantaged gunfights, the more risk you put yourself at. And the more risk you put yourself out, the more often you lose those gunfights. So sometimes, yeah, you can peek everything and be a moron, and you're gonna win the gunfights, right? Like sometimes, like because either you like aimed really good that fight, or they just whiffed, or were being stupid, or being bad. So develop good consistency. You have to take those moments, whether you win them or not, and understand, okay, that wasn't the smartest option, and then understand how to do it smarter. And the more you do that, and the more you develop good foundational gameplay, the more consistent you will be, whether your aim is bad or good. But that would be why you're doing it. Like if you want to develop consistency, watch Spectating Nightmares. That's where we point out all the mistakes people make that they think they're doing good because they got kills. Hold the better power spots and stop swinging everything like an ego freak. Yeah, like stop peeking everything is a good starting spot. But like watch your games back. And every time you take a gunfight, ask yourself if it's easier for you to win the gunfight or the opponent to win the gunfight. Picture yourself in both situations, okay? Let's say I'm on Clubhouse and they opened up the CCTV breach, okay? And I'm on defense, and the guy on attack is Thermite, and he's playing the far rappel of the CCTV breach, right? If I swing the breach and peek him, I pause my match review there. Okay? And then I go, if I am the Thermite, do I have a better chance of winning the gunfight against myself swinging the breach? Or do I have a better chance as the defender in the middle of the open peeking the Thermite, who is on a head glitch rappel and has a better long range gun, for example? Obviously, the Thermite has the advantage, right? He's a smaller target, has a better gun, he's already holding the angle, and I'm swinging out into the middle of the open, and I have no cover. So very clear example of bad gunfight to take. It doesn't matter if you kill them or not. It's a bad gunfight, because if that Thermite... If you win the gunfight, firstly, Thermite is mega ass, okay? Or you hit the nastiest shot ever, and that's not going to lead to consistency. So don't do that. So then you have to ask yourself, okay, well, how could I play this better? And then you go into, where are you? What's the time? Then you look at all the other factors, and then you think, okay, next time, instead of swinging the breach, I will do this. Boom. We have added a layer onto our consistency. All right, we got a game. Let's go. All right, so guys, this will be like recorded for YouTube, so just keep that in mind. I might not be talking to chat as much, but I will still try to answer your questions. Oh, we're on attack first. What could we do on attack? I don't know. We'll start off with Think Like a Champion. Welcome back to Think Like a Champion, boys, where I tell you all my thoughts and plans while I play the game. I haven't done this in a very long time because cheaters have been completely taking over my life. Game has not been great, but today we're doing it on the alternate unranked account because when we play it on the regular unranked account, our elo's too high and we still play cheaters. So I'm not going to super try hard, but I really want to guide you through the logical processes I take when I play the game so that you can try to replicate that and implement it into your own game. So we're on Consulate, we're on attack. They're probably going to go top floor. So I will, I don't know, go thermite, I guess. Like, you kind of have a couple options. You could either go to the balcony, you can go admin side, you can go yellow side. I actually don't mind a yellow take as well. Like, Nomad's a really good operator on this map. I'll show you kind of, maybe I'll do the yellow take. I'll show you how you can kind of just force your way in. Like, really, when you're attacking, you're trying to get into the building. You're trying to force your way in. And it's what a lot of people don't do, right? A lot of people sit and bait. They'll open up the main wall and sit out there for the entire round and hope that the defenders peek them. And when they don't, you run out of time and you lose the round. Most of the time, they do peek you because they're impatient and most people suck at the game. But if they don't, you lose the round. So you want to force your way in on attack. And the more you can do that, the more plays you'll be able to make. And the better you'll be. And the more you'll win. So I'm going to get my drone top yellow here. And then I'll be able to drone out connector, drone out my flank, do all that. I just want it to stay alive for now. And I can also see their setup if they decide to like set up any utility over here. And if they don't, oh, look, it's just actually free. And I can just walk into the bomb site and kill everyone. And that's what you want to do because we're attacking. You want to make the plays. You want to play aggressive when the opening is there. So I'm going to go to the skylight. You got to be careful of this wall. A lot of people reinforce this wall. You usually want to make head holes across because then you can contest the spiral window if the attack's trying to push from spiral window. So that's something I could get wallbang from as well, is if they go spiral window, they can use that against me on yellow stairs. So it's a two-way street, but it's worth doing for the defense in my opinion. So I'm just going to check for spawn peaks, get up to the building, waste no, like, why? I'm not going to waste my time sitting in spawn for 12 hours baiting for a kill that I'm probably never going to find. I'm just going to go get my stuff done, okay? I'm going to take the default cameras out. Fantastic. We're yellow skylight. We already have our drone, so we don't need to waste a drone. Oh, look, he barricaded. This is perfect. Why? Because now they can only peek me from one way. Perfect. So what am I going to do? Air jab my flank. I don't want to die on a flank. That's going to be worst case scenario. Then what I'm going to do? Drone again, because next thing I'm going to do is just walk in. I'm just going to walk in. Look, it's completely free. I'm going to take all this space for free.
Do more than just that. I need to be able to actually see, man.
Shut the fuck up!
Oh my god. Is bro having a bad day?
I'm just going to air jab this so I don't get swung. And then I'm just going to wait for this. Oh, look at this guy's peeking the barricade. Look. Oh, you want me to kill him? All right, here we go. Peek it. He's fully blind. Oh, I whiffed. That's fine. There we go. He can't rotate back. We're safe. Beautiful. Beautiful. He can't come back on me. Now I just hold angles. Why? I have 2 minutes. I have 2 minutes. Look at all this pressure. I can even bait off this air jab, which I think he just shot. There we go. He shot it. He pushed into it. I just keep holding my space. Keep holding my space. Don't let them take the space back. Control, baby. Look all this map control. Look all this map control. Look. Oh, what is he going to do? What is he going to do? He's blind. I don't even need good aim. Look at. I can suck. I can suck. I mean, to be fair, I didn't suck for a lot of that, but I just got 4 kills. I got 4 kills by taking 1 room. That's all you have to do. You just take space and add pressure.
I mean, Tiny Tony.
Thanks, big dog. Thanks, big dog. Your words really encourage me.
Thanks. I mean, wait, what? You're welcome.
Like when you started talking to Mike, I just started killing people. I don't know what to tell you. That's the cozy effect. You know what I mean? I probably said his name wrong.
Yeah, that's a cozy effect.
Oh, it is cozy. Let's go. Anyway, this guy's sick. Is there any questions about that, chat? You got any questions about how that round went down besides me clapping cheeks? Hold the space. If they push back, you kill them. And if they don't do anything, if they just don't peek me there, I just use my drone and I use my utility to gain more space. That's it. All right. Now, they might go back there. I could do the same thing, but I'm not going to. Firstly, because they probably won't counter at all because this is unranked and they're not very good. Secondly, because I want to show you guys other approaches you can take on this site, for example.
We need to locate a bomb.
So, firstly, I'm just going to find the bomb site. I'm going to pick a neutral character like Sledge. We have Destruction. We have the Sledgehammer. We have the grenades, right? And then we can kind of make a... You know what? Perfect operator pick is Striker. Flashbangs and grenades, you can pretty much get away with anything you want. You can take anything you want with the flashbangs and grenades. All right, they're piano. So, instead of going yellow again, we could take up yellow. We could go main lobby. We could do a main lobby take with like gridlock, but I don't want to have the exact same style just so I can show you something a little different. Nah, I don't have it.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, sorry, bro. I'm just going to go Yana. I'm going to Yana, keep it simple. We don't have any destruction, but that's all right. We're just going to take our time. Dude, I don't even have attachments on this guy. We're going to come across from Visa. Why not? I mean, we just need to get inside the map. It's always the first priority that people just don't take acknowledge of, is they just don't get inside the map. So we drone it. Check it out. Nothing in Visa. Okay, cool. I can check this hallway with my clone after, so I'm just going to check over here. right, this side's barricaded. Don't even have to worry about it anymore, right? Don't even have to worry about it. So let's check this hallway. All right, nobody here. Look, looking pretty free, guys. Look, oh, there's nobody here. Imagine, and I droned that out in 40 seconds, left spawn, droned it out, got in safely. I'm in the map with tons of control in 40 seconds, just because I use a drone. Most people would just sit out there baiting for kills, hoping someone swings them, without even realizing that it's completely free. So this is barricaded. I just got to be careful of my flanks for now, right? Don't have to worry about the barricade. I'll hear it break. My teammate's here, so I don't have to watch it. Now, I can face check this, or I can just clone again, right? I mean, I could get flanked. That's the one thing we have to keep in mind, so we kind of got to pick up the pace so that we don't get flanked. Site's free. Site's free, and there's rook armor. Yeah, I want that. I can only die from here. Could be on the piano for cover. Oh, that Fenrir goes away, and now we just hold. They can only rotate through this doorway. Now, I could also do this. Because I can, right? And now I can get into a better spot. You can plant behind the piano. Into a better spot. We could just plant, right? Look. Oh gosh, guys, he has cover. He has cover. What will I ever do? I'll probably die. That's right, because he had the advantage. Okay.
Tiny.
But you see,
Tiny. Told me. Tiny.
I gotta mute him. I'm sorry. I gotta mute him so I can keep talking. The point is, map control equals win. Like, I played against a bunch of people for a 1v, or not 1v9. It was a 5v5 Oregon custom game that I needed for like my Oregon map guide video. And one of the comments that I got back was, Pox, you always somehow manage to find the gap, and you're just in there killing our entire team, and I don't know how you always find the gap every time. Two answers to that. One, information will find you the gap. If you have information, you can see the gap and then take the gap. It's that easy. Two, if you have information and there is no gap, you can make a gap with your utility. So as long as you understand you can push into the map and you can push in and gain this space, you will always have the play that works. You will always have it up until a certain point, because then people get better at the game and they know how to counter your pushes. The thing is, up until like Emerald and Diamond, people don't know what they're doing. People just don't know what they're doing. They're just walking around peeking everything. People do that in Champ too. You know, there's always going to be some form of hole or something you can exploit if you just bring the tools to do it and you know how to do it. Which just comes down to practice. It comes down to actually pushing, opening things up. We have a Thermite, they have a Bandit and a Cade. They're probably going to Cade or Bandit trick. So I could try to help my team open the wall. That would be good, right? So I could play Thatcher, but they might trick, and then it's going to be a lot harder. Instead of that, I could also push the back, right? I'm going to elect to help my team this round, okay? Considering that I just made a gap 2 rounds in a row, I'm going to not make a gap again. I'm going to show you how to play with your team, all right? You don't want to make gaps anymore? Fine. You don't want to play by yourself because you're scared? Fine. This is how you help your team. A lot of people would just go with their team to the main wall. What is that going to do? Right? If my whole team goes main wall, how is me being there with Sledge going to help? I can nade the Bandits, maybe the Cades, or maybe I won't be able to at all. You know what's a much more reliable option? Getting into the building with my team and opening it from above. And you see my Ash is already in, so I'm just going to stand behind her. I'm going to bait her, hold her doorways, whatever. I can open the floor now and get those Cade claws off, right? I just don't want to get C4'd. Oh, there we go. Now we can get the wall. That's nice, eh? He's going to die to a thorn trap. All right, that's actually crazy. All right, so our Thermite's dead. The case is down. First step, we need the diffuser, right? This guy's got it. Perfect. We can't open the breach. There's no point wasting more time on it. A lot of people would just waste a lot of time. But you know what we can do is we can just open up the bomb site. Keep making holes. Keep adding pressure. We do have to be aware of our flank, right? We have a teammate there, so we should be fine. Opening up the hatch is going to be really, really good. And then you just kind of can look around for kills. Once you have a bunch of holes open, you have pressure in a lot of different areas, right? So there's no rotate, so I know they can't rotate through. They don't know which hole I'm going to peek because I have them all open. And now it's pretty safe to just try to look for picks now, right? Now I could also drone and try to drop the hatch. That's another option. It sounds like there's a guy back here. I'm going to throw an nade. Oh, I missed. Whatever. It doesn't matter. My teammate's pushing, so I hold the angle, right? My teammate's in, so I drop with him, right? Now he just has to plant the bomb, and the only way we can lose this is if we die and let him retake. I was going to say if he pushes up, but I forgot he could be in the hatch. Turns out he was flanking. I probably should have died. My thermite's in a safe spot. He can still watch the drop from there. Not horrible, but you do kind of, that's kind of the problem with taking the actual map without like the flank watch, right? And it's why I recommend just going directly for the site more so than anything, because adding the pressure, opening the floor, and watching the flank while playing off your team, it's just too much for one person to handle. But if you have like a duo, that's when a vert take like that becomes way stronger, because my duo can just play Nomad. Now our flanks are locked down. We can push in together if my random teammates aren't going to do that, and then I can still work the floor, and we can just add a ton of pressure to the bomb site. Now you can't go open the hatch with Sledge, so maybe I would want to play like Striker with breach charges and heart breach tools, so I can do all of it, right? And that's where you start to get into the real like strategy side of things. Now Solous did just get buffed, so let's play around with her. We got the impacts back, which is absolutely huge. Plus her range is up to 20 meters now, which is really, really good. I haven't played Solous since they nerfed her, I don't think. Maybe like a couple times. And it was bad. So a lot of people will just kind of troll with Solous. They'll just like go spawn peek or something or die and just kind of not do it right. I'm just going to firstly set up the bomb site, and then we'll get into more details on what to do. Oh my gosh, there's a giant wasp on my window. Is it inside? No, it's outside. All right, let's get rid of drones. We don't want them to know where we are, so getting rid of drones is a big priority. I'm also just going to barricade off admin. So I have a bit of a like priority list when it comes to Solous. The first is free kills. So early in the round, if you can catch people standing on soft floors on drones, those are free kills. So what is soft? Like, I'm asking myself these questions already in the prep phase. What floors are soft where they push from? Admin side is soft, right? All of the floors over here are soft. Yellow side is not soft floors, so I would have to actively flank. But I want to look for kills that are completely free, which means just floor banging, free kill, right? Floor bang a guy on drone, free kill. I'm also going to just kind of spread out. And if they go directly for site, it's fine because I can stop the plant from below with my Solous scanner. So we hear a guy just running through the basement. It's a shield, unfortunately. Shields are still really, really good. I'm just going to back away. And, you know, I can just go all the way back to site and leave them, because I can go back down after. There's absolutely no worries with that. I'm going to save my impact because I might need that for this window. And I can drop the hatch if I need to go stop the plant, as long as Blackbeard's not just actively sitting under there still. So I just gotta hold my backside. This is the only spot they can come from right now. There's the drop. That guy shit on me! So it's kind of a habit of mine where it's like when I see the drone driving up, I'm expecting the guy to kind of push off of it, so I just peeked because the drone was there. For some reason he didn't push, but it's cool. It's cool. I died. Let's pretend that I just got over. I mean, I killed him, but like, let's pretend I didn't. Let's pretend I just died. Okay, bad gameplay. That's fine. We're 3-0. It doesn't matter. That's another thing you got to keep in mind. When you make mistake and you do bad, there's always next round, guys. You know what I mean? Plus, we didn't like necessarily do bad. It's just more like right there. I kind of relied on my aim and my more so than I would like to for a video of this style, I would say. The shadow was on the wall as well. Yeah, that's true. Which is a nice addition, the fact they added shadows. Let's freaking go! Oh my god, Cozy! Let's go, Cozy! You're the best! Get him hyped.
Thank you!
Anyway, that's our first game. I hope you learned something here. Gosh, Cozy's my goat. Get some W Cozies in the chat. I mean, at this point, my teammates can just sit on site and win, but most people would just run at the other team and try to throw, so maybe just sit on site. That's probably the best way to do it. I mean, obviously, getting hunted down by a shield, there's nothing you can really do besides just leave, because that's how good shields are, unless you like super confident in the fact that you have better mechanics with them. But that's not what I'm trying to teach in a video like this, so I'm not gonna just like challenge the Blackbeard and try to shoot him in the legs and flick up to his head and all that stuff.
No!
Oh my god, but team might throw still. It's not too late to lose this.
5 seconds to go.
Good job, bro. Good job.
Good job, everyone. Great work, great work.
Great work, y'all.
What a sick motherfucker right there. Alright, that's game one. That's game one, boys. Quiet Kid, thank you for the tier 1, brother. Appreciate it, dude. When I take the gap that time, because I was on defense. So you can't look at defense and attack the same way, because on defense you're defending, and on attack you're attacking. Unfortunately, most people have it backwards. Most people attack on defense, like we just saw all our team running at the other team, and they defend on attack, where they hide in corners like the fuse and don't take the actual space that's required to win the round. So attacking and defending, we got to do it completely opposite to what most people do, if you want to get better, at least. You can do whatever you want. I mean, it's your game. You can have fun and stuff. What did you guys? Is there any other themes we want to cover before I get into my next game, guys? Is there anything people want information on, to know how to do, to learn? I guess not. For those of you that don't know, this is Think Like a Champion, where I go solo queue into a match, explain my thoughts and plans so that you can think and play like champion or 6-player, because everybody wants to. Who doesn't want to play like a champion? I mean, people that have fun. Not me. I never have fun. I have fun sometimes. I actually have fun most of the time. When I'm just playing ranked, I am having fun. I'm not even thinking and playing like a champion or 6-player myself. I'm just, unless it's important, which most of the time it's not. C4 aim and positioning. Okay, I just made a positioning guide, so you could go watch that. In terms of C4 aim, that just comes down to practicing it. Like going into a custom match and practicing throwing C4s. That's it. It's that easy to throw a C4. Timing. Okay, timing's an interesting one. We could definitely talk about timing this game. Let's talk about timing. Okay, so timing, a lot of timing, when people are referring to timing and when to do certain things, a lot of it is like flanks, I find. It's easier, the first thing I'll say is it's easier to time things well when you have the information, right? So if you can gain the information, you know someone is planting the bomb, that is the time to push back and stop the plant. So if you have the information they're planting, you know that you should push, because if they get the plant down, now they have that extra guy to help cover the post plant. But if you push while they're planting, that's one guy off the board, which means one less angle covered, which means a less risk to actually push back and stop it. Same thing goes for flanking. You want to flank when you know or / have the information that the entire enemy team is distracted or they're pushing into the bomb site, so they're in gunfight. So you hear gunfire going off between a teammate and someone, that's your time to push, because firstly, the guy's distracted. Secondly, the sound will cover the sound of your movement. So we'll talk a little bit more about timing as we go on. Right now, I'm just going to sit in a corner. I'm going to sit in a corner, hide in a corner, see if someone comes through, and we'll pay attention to the clock and see what we should do throughout this round, okay? So, they spawned ruins. I'm gaining the information like I already mentioned. We got the information of where they are. Now that we know they're coming here, there's no point in me being on the camps. The information is stale. Now I got to rotate. This is the time to contest somewhere else so I can potentially catch them throughout this round. So I can hide here instead now. Now I'm positioned in a spot where they might actually cross my path and lead to a free interrogation. So that's the time to move. Now, as a defender, because I'm in my position, all I have to do now is just sit still. Now it's the time to sit still, right? So I'm going to sit, I'm going to hold, I'm going to wait until the information changes, until maybe my team's getting pushed on site, people start dying, the numbers change, right? That's when I might want to move. There's a Claymore. Might be a good time to flank. I'm not going to lie. Might be a good time to flank. The Claymore's above me. Why? Because I know they're not watching the flank because they just Claymored it. Now, they called me, so they might now. So maybe now's not the time to flank. People are dying. You see Alibi's getting aggressive. Now's the time to flank with him, right? We peek it together. He already killed everyone, so it's not a big deal. But now I can just sit here. Now's the time to sit here, right? I mean, I could run all the way back to site because it's the 5v2. And if they take the bomb site and plant, they will win. But I don't know if they're theater side, right? We have nobody positioned over here. So I don't want to just run through the unknown and potentially die when I don't need to. I don't need to go back to the site yet, right? These guys are all defending it. Like, the site is okay for now. Once I know that they're over there, that's when I would react and go back over. For now, I'll just sit here. Time is on my side. Time is on my side. I'm on defense. I just sit and chill. There's the death. I'm going to rotate back because the odds are there's only one person over here. And now I'm in a better spot. Perfect. I can stop them from planting.
Friendly, last operator standing.
It's a 1v2. I want to isolate the gunfights, right? So I want to fight this guy cool vibes before the other guy comes. And I
last operator standing.
just saw him up there. He's got a plant, so I can just back up. He is planting, so now's my time to push. He got off the plant. What do you know? I can just hold him for now.
Op 4 has deployed a diffuser. You need to destroy it. Diffuser located. Protect the bomb.
Push while he's planting. Get into a better position while he's planting, right? So here's the thing. When he's here, he has me at a choke point. I cannot get up. I cannot get up past these stairs unless he is not watching them. So when he's planting here, I know he's not watching the stairs. So that's when I rotate in and get to the actual reinforcement. Now I can come from this way. I can impact out the wall. I can go back around base. There's 3 options he has to peek from, giving me, well, I guess at the time 2 options because he's probably not thinking about the impact, right? So that's a good 50-50 to take because he might be looking the wrong way, especially knowing that I was last seen on the staircase. So he's not expecting me to peek the rotate. So that's when I do. And I didn't use a primary weapon there because you can't use a silent step with the primary. So the silent step will let me get around better in that situation. Let's say I peek the rotate and he sees me there. I'd probably switch to the shotgun then and then just blast him away close range. But because he didn't know, because of silent step, I'm going to keep the secondary out. Good question. Why wouldn't you ADS when you turn corners? It's slow. It does. Firstly, it slows you down. I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to, but most of the time it's like I'll ADS if I know there could be a guy there, like it's a potential threat. Otherwise, it's just to have like the quicker movement, and the quicker movement will allow you to kind of check things a little easier and safer, and then you can aim after if you know that they're there. Did that help kind of the thought process on timing? Do you want me to keep going on about timing? Because I can keep talking about timing, or I could switch it up right now. I think we'll just kind of keep going on about timing. I think we could talk about it for more of the defense rounds. I guess that's a good example of roam timing, but that's also a good example of like, I guess like a clutch, like what do you do in a clutch? I guess. So let's maybe play a little closer to site and see how we can react starting from the bomb site. So firstly, we'll throw our pests down, stop them from getting info on the site. It looks like my whole team is playing on site, and if you ever see your whole team is playing on site, you probably don't want to play on site, right? We don't want them going above and fusing all 5 of us on site. That's not really ideal. So having like a roam presence on the site would be a good idea. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to play on site and show how we can react to what the other team is doing. And we might lose a round. That's fine. We're here to learn, not to win. Let's see. So we'll just reinforce the site. We'll set it up. I'm going to sit on site and we'll use our newfound time. Our teammate shot our drones. So, okay, that's crazy. We'll use our newfound timing skills on the actual bomb site and realize when we need to rotate off the bomb site or peek or get aggressive or when we need to do what. Right now, it's a 5v5. When you're in a 5v5 and you're on defense, they have to push into you. You don't need to run at them. I mean, you can reposition and hold space. Holding space in the map is really important. For example, like holding Sunrise would be good because now what happens if they take Sunrise, they can get this crossfire all the way into the bomb site and Castle and Ella are just going to get clapped, essentially. But for now, I can just hold the walk-in, right? Is this door open? No, it's castled. Don't have to watch it. Great. Is this open? No. We do have a proximity mine, but I'll just barricade it. I don't plan on leaving the site right now. I might later. Who knows? Nice. Okay. So much for that. Now, how can the other team win the round? That's always a question you should really be asking yourself. They can plant by the window. So as long as I make sure they can't plant, we're fine. So all I have to do is just be ready with the C4 if they do decide to do that. But I also don't want them walking this door. We do have alibi over there, but they could probably sneak faster. So I'm just going to hold it. That's fine. If they go to plant, I'll C4 it. Or they'll try to push through and I'll shoot them. I just hold. I make them push me. That's how this game works. Now, they could walk in here, but Ella's watching it, so I don't need to worry about it right now. There we go. We have control of Sunrise, I know, because alibi is safe, so I can just back up. Once alibi dies is when the information changes and when I need to do something else. Now, I don't need to peek this doorway. A lot of people would just swing that, right? Play boring. Like, if you play defense boring, you're going to win. They have to hop in. They have to plant. I don't need to do anything. All I need to do is make sure if they hop in this window, I'm in a decent spot. There we go. I have a little bit more cover. I'm not exposed to service. So if they hop in this window, I'm more likely to win this gunfight now because I'm not in the middle of the open like I was last round. And you see my team is just playing so aggressive for no reason, right? They're pushing up. They're peeking stuff they don't need to, especially in that 5v3. It's not the time to play aggressive. The other thing about sitting on the bomb like this, too, is if they push in behind me, I'll hear them. And if you can't hear a guy walking here, it's probably time to turn up the volume or get a better headset. And most headsets are just fine. I'm just going to C4 this, whatever. This guy's above 30 seconds. Now is the time to leave the bomb site because this guy is bucking above. He can't get in the bomb site from up there. He can only get in from service door, kitchen window, and kitchen door. So I'm stopping bathroom. Sorry, bathroom as well. There's no hatch. Now we wait. We just wait. Make him plant. Can hold this door for if he does rotate out. I don't have to peek into the angle, but I probably will. There we go. If it comes lobby, I got it. If it comes service, I got it. If it comes kitchen, this guy's got it. Freest round of your life, right? The other team doesn't know how to attack, and the only reason they got any kills is because our team just started peeking them. But you see how he pushes in, he hits an Ella mine, and he just loses? He probably would have lost that gunfight even, because he's in the middle of the open. He's hitting traps. He's hitting all the shit that's annoying. You have an advantage. We want to take advantage fights. If they can't break down the site well enough, then it doesn't matter. We could just sit on the site, right? All right, we're moving over to attack now. No, we're not. We're staying on defense now, which is good. Let's do that. That one guy, thank you for the 11 months, baby. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Well, sorry. While on defense, don't play like an attacker, which is, you know, it's so simple, and people are like, yeah, duh, but nobody does it. Well, some people do, like high ranked players do it. Some people in the low ranks do it, but they don't adjust well enough. The point is, if you play defense and you learn to defend, and you play into this theory, the better you'll get at it. And the better that you get at it, excuse me, the farther it will take you. You can only get so far by running around peeking everything. And some people get all the way to champion doing that. I'm not saying it's not possible. But the point is, it's a lot easier if you have bad aim to get to higher ranks by getting better at other stuff. Like, you don't have to have just good aim to get to high ranks. And most people think that that's the case. Most people think that if you don't have good aim at high ranks, then you're, like, boosted or you're bad or whatever. Which is definitely true for some people. But it's not always true. All right, we're going to do a little extension here. We're going to hold penthouse. Because if we can stop them from taking... Or, sorry, VIP. If we can stop them from taking VIP... If we can stop them from taking VIP, we can hold the site from here. So this forces them to open this wall and then work for another layer to actually get into the bomb site. Gets rid of some drones. See here, we can just make like a little head hole here. Okay, do you want to okay this? Put some information for if they try to walk in this hallway. All right, this guy doesn't want to do anything. That's fine. More information for they push up 90 hall. And then we'll get some information if they try to cover up this white hall. I love unranked, bro. It's actually crazy, the people you meet. All right, so because Cade reinforced this whole wall, it now no longer makes sense for me to play in here. I can't contest the bomb site, and I can't help anything from here. They also can't do anything from here, so we just give it up. There's no point. What they can do, though, is they can take 90 hull. If they get 90 hull, they can start working the site from here, and that's going to be bad. So this is something we still want to hold, and because we have those elements, we can cover it pretty well just playing off this position. So we can swing off the elements because we'll have the advantage, because they will be stunned, and then they won't have audio, and it's going to be a blur. While meanwhile, we have the clarity to peek, and we have the cover of the corner. Now, you don't have to peek before then. Why? Because we're on defense. That's right, and we are defending the map. 2 guys bottom white. That's good info to have. Now I know I need to watch this way. I'm still sitting in the corner. I'm still fine. The only way I can really die right now is this guy nades me out of the corner, and then I run this way, and then I get shot from this hallway. Like, there is a guy in this hallway, which is unlikely at the current point in time that they're coordinated enough to actually do that. So it's not something I really have to worry about. I can just let him use ability. He's not doing anything. I'm on defense. I'm defending. I'm going to sit here. Look at that. Oh, and just by sitting here and getting tracked, I was a distraction, and Legion come flanks and kill them. Wow, it's actually so amazing how well he did that. So that's really good timing, right? They're bottom white. He knows they're bottom white. I'm getting scanned. They're distracted slightly. He hits the flank right then. He gets 2 kills, right? And Nomad's on the other side of the map doing nothing. It's boring gameplay, but it works. So, again, I'm just going to keep sitting here. I'm in cover. I'm safe. They can't take 90 hull. And there's only one other option to get into the site, which is the Hall of Fame door or rappelling in big window or the hatch. And that's all kind of one area, but this guy's defending it, right? And it's all reinforced stuff. If this guy dies, I'll go back into site and support him. Now, my Kate is actually all the way down there, so I might as well just start supporting him now. I don't want this guy to take the site. If this guy takes the site, he can win. So I'm just going to sit here for now. There we go. And he can come from here or from here, and I can cover both, and now we're good. Right? 1 guy left. Let's defend the bomb site. When will you learn? Is this guy cheating? I don't know. He might be cheating. I don't know how. That looked kind of weird. I wasn't really paying attention though. Okay, now we're actually on attack. Spoiler alert. So when attacking, I mean, you can ban whoever. That's the thing, is like some characters are gonna get banned sometimes. You just gotta kind of work with it. It's not like there's one really good ban, unless you're like playing in Pro League and you know exactly what the other team is going to use or whatever. I could play Ace here. What else could I do? What are we talking about? Oh yeah, timing. Attacking is actually a really good time to talk about timing, because a lot of people don't use timing well on attack at all. And it's a complicated topic, but once you kind of understand it, or just get like the general idea of what you're trying to do on attack with timing, in regards to timing, the more your whole world kind of opens up. So I'll go over it here throughout this round. I'm going to go Ace, because hard breach equals pressure, basically. If I can open up reinforcements, I will add pressure to the defending team. The more pressure you have, the more angles you have open, the more areas they have to watch, the more areas they have to look, the less likely it is that they pick the right area and actually shoot back. So that's my first priority here. However, let's say my entire team sprints directly into the building right off the start and start running at the bomb site. I am no longer going to go open that wall. I am going to just try to create a distraction onto the bomb site in any way possible. So let's say they all run through the front door. I'll probably run through the front door with them, but let's say they all go here. Then I'm going to go up 90 hull. I'm going to create another avenue of pressure, because we all go one way. We're running into a kill funnel where they're shooting us from all in one direction. We're a pack of potential kills for the other team. That's why opening stuff is good. That's why having people spread out a little bit is good. That's why everyone feeding through one single doorway is bad, because essentially then you have 5 people doing the job of a single person with a little bit of trade potential. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go to the roof, because it looks like my team is, you know, probably just going to take their time, do whatever. This is not pre-recorded. No, this stream is live. I'm just currently recording. Someone open the wall. Open the wall a little bit more. And again, I mean, they didn't reinforce it, so I could just, like, ash this. There we go. We have pressure. Okay. So, should I just hop over here and hit Aqua right now? Well, probably not. Look at where my teammates are. Yep, that would be kind of silly. Now, this guy is up in the map, so this is a good time for me to start working other areas to help create a distraction. So I'm going to go hookah balcony. That's going to take some pressure off my teammates. I'm working to help my teammates. The easier their job is, the more likely we win, right? So I'm going to put some claymores down. I'm going to add some pressure here. I'm gonna maybe shoot this Denari trip. If I'm not bad, I'm bad. You can't get it. I'm gonna open up this window. It's already open. There we go. Shooting a guy in the back. Why? Because we opened up the wall behind him, so he's scared to peek. We opened up the hookah door, so, you know, there's pressure there for the other defenders to look at, so they're not peeking the window. And then my team is also simultaneously pushing over here. Now it's a 5v2. We just have to plant the bomb. We plant the bomb, we win. So let me go with them. Oh, okay, we are planting. That's good. They can really only get flanked at this point, so I'm gonna hold the flank. Callie is there. Don't need to worry about it. Guy died there. We win the round. Beautiful. Beautiful. We won the round. I mean, if you lose this, you're bad. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Now, I don't recommend running at the last guy, but there hasn't been much action this game, so I'm trying to give you some more. There we go. And he gets hit with the triple crossfire, because we're all doing the same thing. Anyway, so another, like, pretty obvious example of how just playing simple helps you win games. I mean, also having one guy get 13 kills is also nice, but you saw how he's using the timing as well off of our team, hopefully at least, to get a little more done. Maybe we'll do another game. We'll do another game where hopefully our teammate doesn't kill everyone to show a couple more examples of, like, really good timing. Tips on what gun to use for Finka? Whatever you like. That's not really my expertise. I would say use whatever you like in terms of weapons. I mean, I like the LMG. I also like the spear. Probably just don't run the sausage. But hey, if you got a good strategy and the sausage works, bring the sausage. I don't care. Why does sense count as bad ops? Smoke bombs that cannot be seen through. Yeah, smoke grenades already can't be seen through. But if you mean by like glass and like maestro and stuff, that was a nice buff for sense. I don't think sense is horrible. It's just more like the fact that the gadget is so hard to be accurate with. So it's really hard to be accurate with it, but then you can also just destroy them. Like you can blow them up with C4s and impacts. And most of the time they're already C4ing and impacting to stop the plant when you're doing it with smokes or even sense gadget. So that would also break the gadget and then you cannot plant. So with a regular smoke grenade, you could at least bait the utility out because they can't C4 it and also get rid of the smokes at the same time, right? So it's kind of like its purpose contradicts itself in a weird way. And also because of how difficult it's to use well, like there's just better operators, exactly. Legion Ying shoddy. I think it's great. I use it on Ying because you got the Reaper. Other than that, I don't really use it. I'm on my alt account, so I don't even have the Reaper on. If you stop playing Siege, does that mean end to spectating nightmares, or will that continue? Why do we get Coastline every game? If I stop playing Siege, I would... Like, I play Siege to make Siege content. I don't play Siege in general. So if I stop playing Siege, it's because I'm not making content. Which would include spectating nightmares. Alright, we're back on Coastline. So I guess we're not going to talk about timing. Because I don't want to do the exact same map again. So let's talk about something else. Maybe we can try out the... Let's try out the new Denari changes. Let's get active on Denari. I actually... oh. I don't have them on this account. Never mind. Let's get active on the Solous changes. How about that? So Solous is like, by nature, a roamer, right? Her gadget is just optimal for getting rid of drones, getting rid of claymores, getting rid of flank watch, getting rid of the diffuser from a floor above or below, right? Sitting on site with Solous kind of means that you're not getting much of her ability, unless you're doing some crazy pro strat, in which case, this video is not for you anyway. Power positions for hookah. That's also a good question. Yeah, I could show off some power positions before we get active on Solous. Hookah bomb site, there's definitely some key power positions on it. A lot of people kind of mess them up because they are so specific. So I'll show you a couple different power positions before we get active on the roam here. So if you're playing hookah, the biggest power position is vase. Why is vase a power position? This is the question I always recommend asking yourself before I tell you the answer. Ask yourself why before I tell you, to see if you can figure out why this position on vase is a power position. I'm going to reinforce, I'm going to set up, and then I'll tell you. So, this is a power position for a couple reasons. You can hold cool vibe stairs so they can't push up the staircase into the bomb site. You have an advantage on this angle. You will win this more times than you won't. You can stop the hookah walk-in, right? You can quick peek this doorway. You can stop the plant. You can stop them from planting. You make a rotate here, and then you can get into hookah from here safely. But if you're on this side, you can watch this angle so that they can't cross and plant the bomb while still being able to watch cool vibes. But you can also use this head glitch to watch the 90 hall or peek off this corner and use it as cover to watch the 90 hall as well. So hookah's a good, or sorry, vase is the #1 power position in my opinion. You could also play an aqua to stop the aqua push behind the bar, especially with like a Jaeger or something, which is also really good. And there's other ones, but I'm going to start talking about Solous now. Good question. Now, I'm underneath. I want to know if I'm getting drone. That's your first thing with Solous. Is like, that's her perk. You know if you've been drone or not. You know if they know where you are. At this moment in time, they don't know where I am. So I just hold the only place they can push me from underneath the site so I can stop the plant if they do take aqua. And that's pretty much my entire job. Make sure someone doesn't come crouch walking through here with no drone. If he does drone, I'll shoot it. I'll move, reposition, right? Change the information. But I'm on defense. I'm defending. I'm sitting. I'm holding the map. We're fine. Now I can figure out what that is by overclocking. Walking into the middle of the open might not be the best idea, but I'm gonna do it. So there's a guy on the roof. There's Flores joining the site. So we have a Flores. I hear a guy outside on the balcony. It looks like they're getting set up for hookah. So I'm going to sit in Sunrise. Now, I can stop the plant from down here. But I also want to be able to check aqua if I need to. Because if one guy decides to walk over there with the diffuser, he can technically plant. Now this guy's holding it, so I don't really need to worry about it. My team's killing everyone, so I'm fine. Again, it's a 5v1, which we talked about in our last match. So I can just go back. He's got a plant. I mean, I could also do it from underneath, but if he plants up on the table, let's say he kills my whole team and plants up on the billiards table, I want to be able to stop that still, and I can't from underneath. So playing on the site is just a more consistent, reliable result than playing underneath it. Who's the best op to hold vase? Probably, I mean, there's not like one best operator, right? It depends on how the other team is playing, who they're playing. Smoke is good for it. A Rooney is good for it because you have that ACOG. You can hold it with literally anyone. Well, my Jaeger, right? So you're not getting blasted by projectiles. You can also play an info op. So like Legion or a Melusi. Melusi's probably the best, just general control op anyway, because then you can put a wub for each way they can walk up on you, and you can just react to the information. You have an advantage in the gunfight because they're peeking off a Melusi wub. I'll show you. I'll play Melusi right now. Which is, you know, half the battle is just figuring out where they're actually pushing you from, and then knowing when to swing. Melusi does all that for you. If they walk into the Melusi, you know where they are, and you know that it's time to swing. And you swing, and they're slowed, and you're not slowed, so you have a big advantage, and then most of the time you win the gunfight. How to deal with someone on rappel, upside down head peek into the site in cool vibes. Swing the window close. Swing close on the window. So that guy on the upside down rappel is looking at the rotate or the door. He's not looking down at the ground. And if he's looking down at the ground, he's doing nothing and you don't need to swing him. But if he's not, right, you can check by like jiggle peeking the rotate, peeking for info, throwing like utility at him to like disorient him to gain an advantage before you swing him. But really it looks like this. I'll show you what it looks like because it's a mistake a lot of people a trap a lot of people fall into, where they will just try to peek him and kill him from where he's already holding, and you're probably just going to lose the gunfight. But what you can do is you can just peek close, or you can peek him from sunrise window. If you have control underneath, you can peek him from the window here and look up and kill him. But what you'll want to do is you'll have your rotate here, right? You just come through your rotate, you do this, freest kill of your life, because he's looking over here. He's not looking down at the ground here, and then you kill him. Reload! And you can even sit by the window and wait for him to start shooting at a teammate, just so you know 100% that he's not looking at you, right? And then you can use your teammate as bait, but also remove a lot of pressure that guy has. But again, you're on defense. You don't need to peek him. What is he doing? What is he doing? If he's not killing any of your teammates and nobody's peeking him, he's being useless, right? It's still a good power position to hold. So, we're back to Malusi here. We have our wubs, right? I don't need to peek past him. I don't need to peek this doorway. There's no need. I just have to be ready to peek it if they do walk in. I don't want to expose myself to lobby, so I'm going to back up. And I'm going to hold an angle. There we go. I'm safe. I'm safe from everywhere. I just need to react to the actual wub, which means swinging off of it when they walk in. If they plant kitchen, I can't stop it. I don't have the utility for it, but I can swing close, which might be my best option, and then try to kill the guy covering. Hopefully, they just can't get into the site. But we also have the wub there, so swinging off the wub could work as well. Most people don't have enough teamwork and coordination to actually use their utility and plant the bomb. It's a good way to win. Direct site take, something I always preach. Because realistically, they could just clear this guy out with grenades, Grim, whatever. Ying, hop in, kill him, and plant the bomb at the same time. Most people won't. Alright, they have the floor, so they might blow up my Malusi. But they haven't yet. So again, I can just keep waiting. Keep waiting. They can't push me. Can't do anything. I'm here aiming at this, because if they walk in, I'm ready to swing. I'm already aimed where I need to be. And we chill. We just chill. We're on defense. They got to attack us, remember? They got to attack. So we wait for them to attack. Now we could try to just quick peek and get a kill, but that could also make you lose, so I don't know. Oh, sorry. There actually might not be any drops on. I may have been mistaken on that. My bad. I'll have to change the title after this. So you see how they're just burning time? They're not droning. They're not clearing utility. They're not doing anything. They're just burning their own time. If I just wait, I essentially win at this point. Because they're going to end up walking into my Malusis at the end of the round. And then I peek them and kill them. This is all you need to do to rank up. This is all you need to do on defense. Most people don't do it well. So I hear they're working kitchen, but we still have this guy's service. If they start gaining control of kitchen and pushing those Malusis, I need to peek this guy's service and start fighting back. So I hear a gate, so I'm going to peek service. Just quick peek for info. He's not there. He is there.
Ash is on stairs.
But guess what? I still have Malusis over here. I'd sit and hold for the walk-in.
Down to 15 seconds.
They have to plant. Remember, they have to plant the bomb. There's that Malusi.
10 seconds left.
Swing off that.
5 seconds to go. One friendly operator
I got shit on! Again, they have to plant. It's a 1v1. He pushes now. There we go.
time limit reached.
There we go. We wasted all their time by just staying alive. Died in the last 2 seconds. Trolled a little bit. Again, probably should have hid after we killed that Thatcher, but that was the only way they could get in where I didn't have info anymore because he got rid of the Malusi, which is why I was aiming at it. But I could have played more passively, waited for him to walk in, because at that point I could be by the window, I could be peeking around the corner, or where I was. So just a little bit of an over peek there at the end, but something, you know, a small habit to fix that will help you a lot. Oh, there are pack drops right now? Oh, okay. All right, so let's go penthouse. Legion's going to be another great like trap operator. But let's play smoke. Let's play smoke. We'll hold penthouse with smoke. Smoke's an operator you can do literally anything with. You can roam, you can play sight. You can do essentially all that you want. He's just like super strong at isolating gunfights. He is very hard, though, so you have to kind of get good at throwing the smoke grenades accurately and as safe as possible, which means doing it fast, with cover, and only exposing yourself for the least amount of time possible. And I'll show you what that looks like when we get into the round. But then it comes down to knowing when and where to use them, which is also really difficult, especially when you are...
Protect the bomb.
Completely lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. I don't even know what I was talking about. All right, let's go back to the smoke example. All right, so if I wanted to smoke the hallway, I would probably quick peek it first and then throw it, right? So I'm gaining the info, know he's not holding the angle, and then peek out and throw the smoke. Now, you can also do it if you know he's there. It's a little bit tougher. Been a minute for me. You can kind of do one of those. Again, if I can't do it, you probably don't need to do it. Don't worry about it. But the easiest thing is just like the quick peek, and then you know it's safe, so you can throw it. Don't wait here for 10 hours. Like, quick peek it, and then just have your angle, throw it. There you go. Beautiful. And then I pop it. This is smoked off. They can't push through. And if they do, they take a bunch of damage. And the thing a lot of people mess up is they don't aim at the smoke afterwards. They smoke it off and then they just run through like they're safe. People can still peek this. They can still run through. So if you give it that half second to see if someone actually pushes through it, then you might actually get a free kill instead of getting killed. Now, I'll show off a little bit of a roam. So what you can do, let's say we want to hold cool vibes, put some barbed wire. That's our information for it. And then information for our hookah walk-in. We have the barricade already. This is going to slow them down if they do try to get in here. We don't want them to get behind the couch. But now we can react off that info too. And you could set this up the exact same way with your reinforcement. Same way as you would set up hookah. Again, power position. We're contesting this entire side of the map. I would probably actually do this one instead. Really depends where they're going to push from. But now we just need to worry about billiards, right? So I sit here and hold this. I mean, Echo's in there, so I don't need to watch it right now. But if I'm sitting here and they don't drone, I'm probably going to get a free kill. They're probably not going to check this spot. It's just kind of a weird spot to be, so people don't check it. Now, you can also sit behind here if you don't have the barbed wire. If you want to play hookah, you can sit behind here and just hold an angle in this hallway. A lot of people will walk up the staircase trying to take 90 hull and you shoot them in the side of the head. And then if nobody comes, you can just rotate back to help your team afterwards. And you see that there's not really anyone on site, so I should probably go hold that. We should probably contest the site, right? So I'm going to go play here. That way if they come white stairs, we can contest. Of course, Aruni conveniently comes right now too. But we're chilling. We're chilling. We can deny the plant with the smokes. We can stay safely on this little island right now and just hold an angle. Just hold an angle. I am worried about this roof guy. Don't want to peek him either. Safest spot to be is just generally on this side, but we'll just wait. We'll just keep waiting. You know what? Because Aruni gave this up, I'm going to go take her spot. It's probably a smarter option. And we have our info for Cool Vibes and Hookah, remember, so they can't come through here. They could technically walk past Echo on his cams, which would be crazy, but it could happen. Something to keep in mind. But from here, I can still use my smokes, right? I can smoke big window, the bathroom. I can use them from here, or just fine. They smoke that off. I'll just counter smoke it. Using smokes versus their smokes is beautiful. Because now if they want to make a play on that smoke, we got another smoke. Like, it's our smoke now. You know what I mean? So smoke that off. Hold this. Everyone's dead yet again. My team is killing everyone. We got the diffuser. Might as well make our way down there. This guy cannot win without the diffuser. And
Diffuser on me, boys. Diffuser on me.
So if he wants to come cool vibes, I'll just throw my smoke there. Blow that at some point. Till then, I'll sit in a corner with a shotgun. There we go. Reposition. Locked in. Easiest win of our life. Yet again.
Seconds left. 10 seconds to go.
I mean, this guy's completely screwed, right?
Friendly's victorious. Hostiles eliminated.
So, again, we don't need to overcomplicate the game. I feel like this is a bad example because my team just keeps killing everyone every round. But we're also on defense, so it's kind of to be expected. People don't know how to attack. But you know who does know how to attack? Me. Which means you are in the right spot because I'm going to show you exactly how to attack this right now, okay? All right? Check it out. Check it out. All right? You want to attack Coastline and win? You could probably just sit and bait for kills because there's not a lot of places where people can move. You know, it's a very condensed map. It's very small. It allows you to play outside. This is the best bad habit forming map where you can sit outside and bait for kills and it will work. That doesn't mean you should, but it means you can, right? And something to consider, especially if you're playing bad players. So, I really like Grim on this map because Grim is an operator that allows you to force your way into areas that you probably shouldn't have been able to get into in the first place. And I'll show you what I mean by that. Because really, at the end of the day, if we can plant the bomb, we're probably going to win the round, especially on a map like Coastline. So, I'm going to try to plant the bomb hookah. I'm going to go direct for hookah. You can also go direct for aqua, but then you have to worry about your luggage flank. And it's a little harder to clear because you don't have as much safety on the hookah balcony. So I'm going to go hookah. The only downside of hookah is it is a little bit harder to actually get the plant off, right? So if you can get into aqua, it's great because you can plant on the bomb. You have a lot of cover, and they kind of have to see for you to actually stop it or like hit a flank on your team or something while they're covering you. Or swing the rotate wide and you have no cover. So there's a couple ways to die, but planting hookah, it's like they can kind of, you're kind of exposed to everything, especially this main hallway. But using the bees, we can kind of force our way around that to just get a plant off and essentially win the round. But we also want to time it with how our teammates play and when they are doing things. So we want the most pressure away from us while we're trying to plant, because that's going to make it less likely that they actually stop our plant.
5 seconds before insertion.
Jungle Robot, thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate
Found
it.
a bomb. Make your way to
All right, so they have the barbed wire. We saw the smoke, put the barbed wire down.
Still ticking up
It's
there.
not going to stop us, dude. So the first thing you want to do if you're doing a take like this, which is, again, direct take, highly recommend. Pretty much every single round you can do one of these on every map, almost. Get to the balcony, break the barbed wire. That's going to be step number 1. We can punch it right through there, get rid of the goo mine, get rid of any traps. Let's see if they have any other traps. Is there a Melusi web? No. We shot the goo mine. Perfect. So there's no traps. There's nothing stopping us from pushing in here except for the operators themselves. Now, I don't know if there's a guy behind the bomb. We do want to kind of know whether that's the case or not, so that we can use our ability to bee him out. And it looks like it's actually kind of free. So I'm going to pull my bees out, start being stuff. There we go. Oh my god, that guy shit on me. I was going to say we should push in and try to kill this guy on the bees right now, but he kind of slammed me, right? So if I'm pushing out the bees, I can go get that kill, and then I can start planting the bomb, because everything is beat off. It lasts 16 seconds, which is a ton of time. You see Thatcher's planting, or he should be planting, and the bees were still up, but he decided not to, but it's fine. You can plant Thatcher. Now, if the guy comes up cool-wise, he's going to die, but Ash has the entire cross outside of that. So as long as he doesn't get flanked right now, the bomb goes down, and we're probably going to win the round. Now they have to retake. Time is in our side, and we have a pretty decent attack going on. So luckily, our teammate actually pushed in off our bees with us, which is good. I forgot about the whole, like, timing it well thing. I just kind of sloppily approached it. But hey, we're in a good spot now. This guy's got the entire cross. Just hold your cool vibes, Thatcher. Ash has the whole cross. There it is. Oh my god, what a generational call out, right? So that guy kills the Thatcher. That guy kills Thatcher right there, he can go and defuse, because Ash can't really stop the defuse with this Melusi holding him off as well.
boys.
So you want to constantly be able to hold the right thing. So good work from the Thatcher reacting to the call out. Probably should have been holding earlier, understanding where his Ash is actually positioned. What's up, Fireblazer? What's up, Nick? Well, how's it going, guys? 100% ace band? Yeah, it's annoying. All right, hopefully we can get a game that isn't Coastline and has teammates that aren't just going to kill everyone. Because that's been the last 2 games. I mean, like, literally, we played, what, 3 games? We played 3 games and all have been 4-0s. I mean, it's not like I've done anything crazy either. I need some dog shit teammates. Yeah, I mean, I love the excuse that people's teammates are bad, because I think it's just like your teammates will play bad if you don't help enable them most of the time. I mean, that's not the case in those last 2 games. I didn't do too much, but like the more you help your team, the better they will be, and you can still win with bad teammates. And that's something I really want to. Not to say that you will. Like, you're not always gonna win with bad teammates, but it's not like impossible. Like, some people treat it like, I got bad teammates, I always get bad teammates, that's why I'm stuck in my rank. Like, that's ridiculous. It just means you're not helping your teammates. Like, if you're getting bad teammates every single game, maybe the teammates aren't the problem, right? I'm gonna grab some water. My favorite map at the moment, I don't play this game at the moment. Rare Poxless footage. Is that rare? Feeling that not the rarest, dude. Okay, is there anything? Because I do want to help you guys. Like that's really my only goal at this point is like helping you guys understand things you might not understand that well. So if there's anything that you have been struggling with or don't understand, now's a good time to ask and have the opportunity for me to explain it to you. How to take space better. Okay, yeah, we could talk about that. I can show you how to take space better, like specifically on attack or like defense too. Like just taking any space or just on attack. Yeah, taking space on attack. Okay, that's hard. Yeah, I mean that's a thing a lot of people struggle with. And I think a lot of people have the wrong approach. So we'll talk about that this game. That's a good taking space. I wish I had like a notepad. I think I have a notepad. I can write down the goals here. Unlock Denari. Oh yeah, nice. Good shout. Good shout. I mean, we could talk about taking space on defense too. I think that's something that's also equally important because it's just like taking space is really a matter of making the right decisions. Thank you, Courtney. Yeah. Got him. I did buy Battlefield 6. I haven't got the chance to play it yet, though. I wouldn't say I'm leaving R6 for Battlefield, though. Not at this point, anyway, especially since I haven't played it. We're on defense, unfortunately. That's fine. Today's match is all about learning to take space. Whether you're on defense or attack, taking space is important. It's arguably more important on attack, but taking space on defense is very important too, especially when you're doing things like retaking the bomb site after a post plant, or you need to hit a flank, or you need to just regain control because you've lost it, or your team is poorly positioned or mismanaged, right? Like if your whole team's on the bomb site and they take space of the entire map and they're breaking open walls and hitting you from every angle, it's going to be hard to win. So you kind of need to retake space. So retaking space comes down to two things on defense. The first is, if you can have it, information on what's going on. The second is utility to gain an advantage in the gunfight as you retake. And I guess there's a third one too, which is positioning yourself in a way that as you're retaking the space, you are as safe as possible. So using cover as you retake. Let's see. So I'm going to play Pulse. It doesn't really matter who you are. You just gotta use whatever tools you have available. Which, Pulse, I have the cardiac scanner, so that's going to be good for like flanking specifically because I can see where they are. Or I can, take the space underneath and then try to use that space to stop the plant. Taking space is great because map control is one of the most important things in this game, which if you've been around here a while, you would probably know that. I'm just going to quickly set up the bomb site, make the rotates, help my team succeed a little bit before we try to take some space, and then we'll go from there. So I'm going to play hyper-aggressive this game. Basically on my defenses, I'm going to not run at the other team, but constantly be taking space over and over and over and over. And the purpose isn't to show what space is important at what times. It's really to drive home the idea of how to do it. So every time there's a space that I can take, I will attempt to take it and show you how to do that, okay? So at this point, I have this space in the map. Let's see where they are. Let's see where they're pushing from. Where are they entering? They're probably entering like lobby or orange side. So let's retake this space. Let's see if they're here. I'm not seeing it. There's a guy on that balcony. The first key to taking space back is knowing where they are. Now they're on this balcony. Now I can take the space off this room by making it rotate, right? Using what's in the belt. And then I can peek this guy. There we go. We've got the space. He's on the rappel. Let's give up the space. Give up the space, and guess what? We can retake it if we want. We can retake it after. So there we go. We got the space of that little room back. We almost got a kill because of it. Good to go. Shotguns are a great tool for making new routes because the more routes you have, the less they can watch, right? So there's this guy up here. Let's retake that space. We have to come up the staircase. There's nothing we can do with the shotgun here. So we pull out the pistol. We want to use the cover. Quick peek for info, right? We're gaining the info to retake the space. It's clear, so we can push up. Go with the team. Taking space with a teammate is always recommended. It's going to make life a lot easier. So we'll sit here with him. We'll cover him. There we go. We got the space back. There's another guy here. Retake this space with a shotgun. Close range. He won the gunfight. I honestly thought I would one-pump him at that range. I think when I pulsed him, he was actually outside, so I thought he was a little farther back. But there you go. That's how you kind of do it. We're going to keep doing it over the course of this game, so we'll keep going. But really having that space, like, we don't need to push the Thatcher there, right? We have all the space we need to win the round. He has to push into us. We defend. We let him come to us. We're going to win the round. The point is we're not trying to win a round. We're trying to retake the space. If you have a shotgun, you really want to try to navigate into those close ranges to take it effectively, or else you're going to get outgunned from a longer range weapon like we did in this situation. All right. Let's ban Thatcher out of spite because he killed us. That's always the best move. When you die, you ban that operator. It doesn't matter about strategy. It doesn't matter about abilities, okay? You just ban the guy that killed you every single time. That's how you get in their heads. That's how you work them, all right, boys? I don't really care where we go because, again, we're just taking space. That's all we're doing. We're taking space. We're making space, okay? A good operator for this is Smoke a Zombie because their gadgets actually block off lines of sight to allow you to travel through the map a little easier. You could also do like a dock and just overheal and have extra health and tank more bullets. Anyone with gadgets you can throw are useful too. So Tubero is good for retaking space. Echo, you can use your drone to gather info, right? So you're gathering info, you're using utility, using cover, stacking every advantage into your favor as you're doing it, rather than just walking through the map. Scissor Spaint! Scissor Spaint, baby! God, I love crap. I love crap media. If you guys haven't heard of crap media, it's the greatest media source on the entire planet. Greatest media outlet. We're gonna do the same thing again. Set up over here. Contest some space. Go and fight some other people. It's not about the setup today. It's about taking the space. That's right, baby. Taking the space. Another big mistake I see people make when they are retaking space is they don't aim. They don't aim at anything they're doing. They just kind of walk around the map like this, and they're just walking through, or they're full sprinting. Full sprinting is not a good idea when you're taking space. Why? Because if I run into the space that I'm trying to take, they shoot me in the face and I die. So you also don't want to do that. Now, I'm going to spawn kill because I am a dick. Right now. I'm not going to. I'm scared. I'm scared. Okay? Give them some space so we can take it. Let's go. It's not really the best strategy, but it's the point of today's video. And this is nice, too. It's nice to do things like this where you're not just trying to win. You're not just playing to win, because you can train specific aspects of your game doing this, right? Today, we're just working on trying to take space from the enemies. Tomorrow, we might be working on just ADSing, just so we can build the habit. I just shit on that guy. I apologize. If I wanted to take this space better, I would do this. Then I'd reposition, get into a better area. Then I could impact the wall and impact this wall. And then he doesn't know where I'm coming from. And we've retaken the space successfully because this guy doesn't have a single freaking clue of what's going on, right? My space, my house, my world, because we used our utility to do it. And luckily there was another guy there during my second example to prove exactly how strong my point is. All right, so let's figure out where they are. What space? Bandit, brother. Let's retake the space. I honestly thought Bandit was holding it, but he wasn't. If we want to retake the space, we gotta get rid of this. We can also do this, cover the feet.
Keeper deployed.
Get into a new spot because we shot already. We have cover. He doesn't. Good example of retaking the space. I don't know if he's going to crouch peek this or not. Of course he is. Let's retake the space. We'll get into a new angle.
One friendly remaining.
We're retaking the space. We're not playing to win. So we're going to aim. We're going to aim as we retake. Use what cover we have. There we go. We got the space back. We got the kill. We retook some space, baby. Let's go. Right? We use the cover. Just keep ourselves safer. And then we get active. Oh my god, Dan, with the 5 GBP. Do you think Solous will be played more after buff with her ability and getting impacts? Yes, I think Solous is actually pretty decent now. I put a tweet about it. Yeah. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Poxonlox is back. I am back. Jungle Robot, thanks for the tier 1. Appreciate it, man. The real space taking is going to happen on attack, which we have one more round of defense where we're going to still show off these mechanics, but it's the same exact thing on attack. You're using your utility, you're using your information to gain the space, right? The only biggest difference is that you don't really want to do that on defense unless you have to. You don't want to retake on defense. It's a lot harder. Your guns are worse. You don't have as many tools as the attack have. And the hardest part of the attack is actually gaining the space in the first place. So if you just hold the space that you already have, that's going to be a lot easier than trying to take the space back. But learning how to take the space back is going to be a useful trait. So that's what we're going to keep doing, baby. Let's freaking go. And luckily we lost a teammate, so we don't have to 4-1/4-0 this game. We lost our first round in 4 games, I think, so that's a W. That's a W, right?
Reinforce the wall!
Let's get rid of some drones. At this point, nothing matters in the prep phase. We're just here to take some space, bro. Me and the boys, we take space. Let's freaking go, dude. Pox on my locks like corn on the cob, dude. That's bars. Thought you quit Siege? I never quit Siege, no? If you thought I quit Siege, you probably were misunderstanding what I was saying.
Be ready for hostile action.
All right, so let's see where they are. Let's go find them. They're not here. All right, above, one above. Oh my god, he's already in the bomb site. Oh, there's a second guy in there already. That's too bad. So I was gonna throw my echo drone up, try to contest the Amaro, but there was already a guy in with a shotgun. That guy took some space, and it worked. Beautiful example. We'll move on to the next round. Cool. Sick. Sick. Cool. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Capcan's going to take some space. Never mind. Never mind. He's not taking. I thought he was going for the flank. Look at that. You don't even need to take space when they just run into you. That's how you not take. That's how you don't take space if you're thermite right there. That's what I call a lack of info on the space taking, which is important if you're trying to take spaces.
Dan_OQ cheered. X100. Let's see some Solous gameplay, bro.
One friendly operator remaining.
You want some Solous gameplay? Maybe next game. We'll see. Solous is just such a like. She's just a character that doesn't play to the same style as everyone else. So it's almost like if you're playing Solous, you have to know how to play Solous in a way.
Mission critical. Bomb diffuser activated.
All right, this guy's retaking the space. He's pushing back. He's ADSing. That's good. Now the thing is, he probably has to take the space above because they probably have holes open above the diffuser, and they're holding them from above. So you want to retake above is the only real thing there, because they can probably stop the diffuse from above, which the hatch is open. They're definitely holding from above. By retaking the space above, you can actually get the chance to kill them, and then you can defuse afterwards because you got to go in the logical order of things, or else it's just not going to work. Unless it's planted in a spot they can't see. In that case, just defuse that, baby. Easy clap. Most of the time, that's not the case, though. All right, we're finally on attack. The more important side for taking space, so I am excited. But it's Emerald Plains, which is a map that's kind of hard to take space in.
Dan_OQ cheered. X100. Solous Rome think like a champ round?
Solous Rome think we could do that. Yeah, sure. Next game. We'll do it next game. Unless we get to OT. No, we'll do it next game. Let's do that whole thing next game. We're taking space this game. We're taking space, all right? All right, so as you can see, taking space on defense is probably not the best strategy, okay? Because you're trying to attack on defense, and attack is inherently harder than defense. So just play defense. We're back at square one again. Just play defense, guys. All right. I do have a plan already formulating in my head of what I want to take. I don't like jumping in windows. Jumping in windows is tough. Actually, you know what? I don't like jumping in windows, but I'm going to show you how to jump in a window. The hardest part about jumping in a window is if the defense plays it smart, it's almost impossible to do it. So, for example, we watched a copper, might have been an emerald. We watched somebody, maybe they were gold, try to take this window over and over every single round. But they just sat outside of it and then eventually jumped in at a random time. That's not how you take space, okay? That's not how you do it. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. We're going to use a drone, we're going to use our ability, and then we're going to hop in. And it's going to be awesome because we're going to get in there, and they're going to have a clue of how we did it. And then from there, we have the space. We can take more space. We can keep using our utilities. It's going to be great. The second part about taking space on attack is you want to hold the space. You don't want to gain that space just to lose it instantly by getting flanked or dying or whatever. Holding space is equally as important as taking the space. Now, if I get spawn killed, I will have no space. So, we drone. He might play aggressive, so we're going to wait for a sec. But we know he's here. I can gridlock him off. I might force him to swing us. There we go. He's not swinging us. We're going to check the other way. Gridlock that off. Hopping off the sound of that. There we go. We got the space. We're in the bomb site.
Dan_OQ cheered. X100. Top 3 best maps versus top 3 worst maps to play?
Hold, off nade, free kill, right? Space plus utility equals kills. Space plus utility, boys. Space plus utility. I can nade this and push the other doorway. At that point, if I have a drone, I do want to drone. I was really just hoping that he wasn't watching that and more focused on my class at that point. And that's the point. When you don't have info, it's a lot harder to actually take the space because you're probably not looking in the right directions. But when you have the info, you can make the right decisions consistently. And I think that's really a point that a lot of people forget about is if you have the right info, you can always make the right choice. If you don't have the info, there's a lot more risk. You might not be looking the right way, and then you can die. So instead of looking at that hole because I didn't know it was there, I'm looking at the doorway waiting for a swing instead. And I only have a very limited window after throwing that grenade as well. How are you, Daddy Pox? But at least by throwing the grenade, we're cutting off one potential threat that existed, right? Dan with 100 more bits. Top 3 best maps versus 3 worst maps. Not covering that right now. Monkey, thank you for the 3 months. Appreciate it, dude. I'm doing good, bro. How are you? How are you? So, the other thing that Glass and pick up on is if you're taking space or a teammate is taking space with them is going to be really good. So if he pushes in with me while that grenade's going off, he's probably going to get my trade or at least have the potential to, and then it's a 1v1 from there instead of being a 1v2 in the exact same circumstances that he was in before, right?
All friendlies have been eliminated.
There it is. Is it smart to set up a crossfire while taking space? Yeah, it's always good. It's always good to have a crossfire. It's always good to be working with your team in any way possible. If you're taking space with someone else, having a crossfire is better because they can't shoot you both at the same time. So if you're both pushing for that space, if one of you dies, the other guy gets the kill, you maintain control of the space. I mean, I feel like we're basically just subbing out space with map control, right? If you're pushing for map control, I mean, map control and space, it's the same thing, I guess. And you have another teammate pushing for the same map control, getting that map control is easier, and map control is important.
What do you do to relax in your free time, bro?
Dan, stop donating and asking random questions. We're recording videos, man. I'm not mad. But stop asking me questions. You can ask the questions. I'm just probably not going to answer them. What just happened to the chat? Damn. What do I ever do to relax in my free time? I make other videos.
We need to locate a bomb.
All right. Let's take some space, baby. Back on attack. Back to taking space. Back to clapping cheeks. At least that's the plan. Let's figure out where the site is. I'm gonna default back to. Oh, actually, never mind. I was gonna say I'm gonna default back to the original plan, which was not hop in a window. You can see how difficult it is actually to get in that window too.
Cheered. X100. I'll stop asking questions. Is that okay? Why can't I ask question?
5 seconds to insertion.
Let's take some space, boys. Let's take some space.
Proceed to bomb's location and defuse it.
So you saw me trying to get in a window last round. It's more difficult than other things, especially because they can use that window frame against me too, right? So that's not gonna be the plan this round. I'm gonna rappel up, use this as cover for this guy that might run out again. Drone it so I can get the space safely without dying. Slowly take our time. This guy might be aggressive. Because they're aggressive, I can take my time getting the space, right? I don't have to wait forever. I don't want to wait forever. But I do want to do it safely still. Okay, so he's not playing aggressive. He's not peeking. Let's take the space, right? Let's take the space. It's safe. Let's take the space. And my Glaz has really thrown me a curveball with this smoke grenade. That was completely unnecessary. This is some space we want. We probably want this room, so let's check it out. It's looking pretty clear. We do have to cross this Azami line of sight, which means I should probably just break it. We don't have much space is the problem, and he's holding this cross pretty aggressively. I'm just going to use my utility to keep getting rid of theirs. I'm going to use my stun to try and get more space. Now I hear this guy flanking. Let's hold the space. As you can see, my Glaz is not really doing anything at all to help me here. But if he's taking the space, it'd be a lot easier. Space! We got the space, and then we just got the absolute swarm. I guess? Like, I don't even know what to tell you there. Like, not a great choice of space to take because I can get flanked yet again. And that's really the biggest point I think of all this is like you can take space in areas and it can be really effective. Like I got 3 or 4 kills, right? because they're pushing aggressively at me, but it's still not the best option. It's not the best option to take this area because of the danger that comes with it. Now, if we had the outside wall open, it's going to be a lot easier. Come on, let's hit the site. Let's hit the site. Don't have a lot of time. Let's take the space. We're going to have to check for info.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
Find the kill. He's not here. We've lost a round. Right. So taking the space a little sooner would have been better. Losing the diffuser would have been also better if we didn't, right? But I hope that helps answer the question of how to take space on defense and attack in Rainbow Six Siege. There you go. You're welcome. Thanks for the question. Okay, now I can answer your questions, Dan. Now I can answer your questions. We're doing TLAC live, man. I can't be talking about what I do in my free time. Ethereal Cowboy. Oh, it's freaking Dan. Dan with the gifted sub. Thanks, Dan. Thanks for giving me more money, Dan. Pox just hates Dan. I just hate him. My teammates are afraid to push and take space due to worry about their rank. Yeah, people are scared to take space because they don't want to die. Really is what it comes down to. There's just playing in fear, which is understandable, but it's also what's holding you back, I would say. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Using ranked as a way to learn is a lot is very smart. Because you're going to play against people who are actually your skill level. You're going to play against people who are good, and you're going to play against people who are better than you too. And then if you can take that and just look at it like an opportunity to get better, instead of being like, my rank is who I am. And that's something that just applies to everything. Is like, the more you look at potential experiences for growth as reflections of who you are, the less you will learn and the less you will change. So if you look at your rank, like right now I think I'm copper. I'm copper on this account. So if I look at my rank and let's say I've been stuck in copper and I'm like, I can't be copper because people will think I suck. And if I suck, it means I suck at games and I'm wasting all my time or whatever. However you might be looking at that. If I look at this rank and go, oh, I'm in copper because I'm not that good at this game because I haven't spent the time to improve. Now, instead of going in every game trying to win and prove my own personal worth, I'm going into ranked being with an open learning mind where I'm going to actually absorb more knowledge, gain information, learn new things, and become better because of it. And if you can adopt that mindset of like just being a learner instead of a loser, like literally, like if you can just adopt the mindset that, oh, hey, I'm just here to get better at this thing, and I'm not like it, but that's it. Then you're gonna get way better at that thing. If I'm in silver and my teammates, call me trash and say I'm ass, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just trying to improve stuff. I'm just trying to get better. Like they're the losers. But you can apply that to anything. Like you can apply that to, this is funny because this is actually what my next daily upgrade video is about. Is just like learning that as a skill to just look at everything as a skill. The skill of looking at things as skill instead of your own personal worth. Because if you look at something as a reflection of who you are, like let's say, oh, I can't do math because I'm just dumb, right? If you think you're just dumb, there's nothing you can do about it, right? You're just going to say, I'm dumb, I can't do it. You're not going to try, you're not going to learn, you're not going to improve, you're not even going to be open to the idea that you could improve. But if you go, I'm really bad at math. I can't do math yet. You say that, then then you can look at it as there is a way for me to learn how to do math, which is true. Like, that's just true. Anybody can learn math unless you are missing a piece of your brain or something. The same way anybody can learn how to walk, right? When you're a kid, when you're a baby child, when you're learning how to walk, you're not thinking, I just can't walk. It's impossible for me to know how to walk. Because you can't think yet. You can't think yet. So what happens? Everyone learns how to walk because they practice walking. Even though everyone starts without being able to walk. Nobody can walk. They don't go, I just can't walk. Everyone else around me can walk, but I'm just fundamentally broken. I just can't do it. Nobody does that because they're babies. So they can't figure that out. They can't think that way. But then we get older and we get to the point where we're like, I just can't do this thing. And it's like, why can't you do the thing? Because you haven't practiced it. You haven't worked on it. And if you say you have and you still can't do it, you haven't done it enough or you haven't done it in the right way. Which just means I haven't broken it down into simple, actionable steps. Right? I can't do a backflip. You want to know how I can learn how to do a backflip? I practice the components of a backflip. I learn how to jump higher. I practice jumping. I practice tucking my legs to my chest. I practice it. I practice the movement, right? And then I practice spinning. I practice backwards somersaults and getting comfortable spinning and going upside down, right? And then I keep doing it. And then eventually I can do maybe like a backwards handspring or something, or like a half backflip or whatever. I go on a trampoline and practice there. And then eventually I can do a backflip. I can't. Why? Because I haven't practiced it. Not because I just can't ever learn a backflip. You can be the guy that can backflip. You can be the guy that can juggle 7 items at once. You can be that guy. You just gotta practice. Same way, and all of this is everything that applies to everything I teach in Siege. Every single skill in Siege you can practice and learn and get better. Does that mean you will be the best ever? No. It doesn't. It doesn't, right? Because if somebody practices just as much as you, but then they just have genetic superiority, or they had a better childhood, or whatever, to the point where they've got more practice and more talent, then you're probably not going to be as good as that person. And then it comes down to the question of like, okay, well, like how much time do I actually want to invest on this one thing? Which I think is a waste of time, personally. I think it's a waste of time trying to master one skill when you can get really good at a bunch. And I'm saying that because I did this. I mastered the skill of Rainbow Six Siege. But, I mean, okay, speaking economically, it makes more sense to master one skill, right? It makes more sense to go and become an engineer of, like, a biomechanic engineer or whatever. Fucking, is that a thing? I don't know. It makes more sense to specialize, right? Because when you're specialized, you stand out, you're different from other people, and you have something that gets you paid. Like, my specialization would be content creation and video editing, right? I can go make videos for Siege, but I can go make videos for other things, and that's what I'm currently doing. And I can go get better at that in other aspects. Like right now, I guess technically my specialty is Rainbow Six Siege specifically. I spent 10,000 hours in this game on fucking Steam or over. So, that's like the skill that I've chosen to master. But I think there's a lot of skills we don't master or don't even get comfortable with because we're scared. So like weaknesses. Like if I was like, oh, what's your biggest weakness? You might think that's just like inherently who you are. You might think like, oh, I just what's something you might be bad at? I just suck at communicating. I suck at I lack confidence. That's a good example. I lack confidence. I don't like going out in public because like I'm just not a confident person. It's not that you're not a confident person. It's that you don't have the skills of confidence yet. but you can build them. You break it down. How do you be confident? Okay, so there's different things, right? You can feel confident. You can look confident. You can sound confident. Break it down more. How do you sound confident? You speak with clarity. You don't, if you're talking like this, like, hey, I'm Poxonlox. Nice to meet you. You don't sound confident. You sound like a little scared boy. And you might be right now, you might feel like one. Doesn't mean you are, right? It just means your skills in speaking clearly are not up to where you might want them. So you work on these skills, you work on these things, you get better at all these things overall, and you're better at the game of confidence. The same way you work on your aim, and you work on your positioning, and you work on your utility. And by working on all of these things, you get better at the game of Rainbow Six Siege. Right? The more you work on specific things, the better you become at those things and the hierarching things. So the same way, if I work on like my speech clarity because I want to build up my confidence, that translates to other skills. My speech clarity translates to confidence. It translates to public speaking. It translates to making a YouTube video. It translates to standing up for myself or speaking to other people or calling someone on the phone, right? These are all skills that improve because I've worked on the skill of speaking clearly. It branches out into other areas of your life that you might not see. And I think that's really like how we all develop skills as a whole. It's just like we work on some stuff and it branches out into a lot of other things, and we suck at some stuff and we're good at other stuff, but like we can improve anything by looking at them as skills, and that's kind of the takeaway there. Anyway, I think I'm done streaming. Not having a lot of fun. I'll play one more. I'll do that Solous. Do some Solous. Hey, it's Mega Prime again. Can we send a match replay from Drive Link? Yeah. You can send a match replay. I'm not doing match replays right now. What operator with minimal utility is best? That's like asking what operator that sucks at the game is best. Also, I don't know. I don't think that like a best operator exists. Oh, baby, we got Border, the perfect map for new Solous update. Let's go. I'm going to absolutely trash the other team with Solous so hard that they'll probably ban her in the first round. Let's get active. If you guys want to know how to play Solous, you're in the right place. I did do a Solous guide quite a while ago when she came out, but I think this is a great time to touch. Let's play Denari. Denari also got a buff. Let's play Denari, actually. That should be fun. I actually really like Denari on the site. Plus, the Glaive 12 got a buff. I hope that the destruction's nice on this. They said they changed the destruction, so that's good. Let's find out.
Secure the area. Keep the bombs protected.
Yep, feels almost exactly the same. I'm not gonna lie. This is not... What the hell? I thought they changed the... They did change it. I don't know why it feels the exact same, but... It's fine. We're going to do a Denari setup. We are going to cook. It is going to be all right. I love this little Denari setup on Border. It's super, super effective. Throw one there. Denaris are great because they get the drones too, which is awesome. So we're basically just locking down all of like the armory side of things, but we can also... If we want, we can run trips like all the way through archives. They can't shoot these either from like the window. just gonna be something that's annoying to deal with for them later on, especially if we connect it to something like this, so they can't like feed through the site. And then yeah, we're pretty much set up. Armory's like pretty heavily locked down. We're chilling. We could even make some lines of sight there, and everyone's dead. Fantastic. That's how it's done. There you go. Denari style. Denari, just the setup for him takes so long. I'm glad they reverted the changes though. That was a they definitely just hit him with some overkill out of nowhere for some reason, which I was never on board with personally, but a lot of people were. I mean, the worst part about Denari is everyone plays the game like this. Okay, our team's cheating. Everyone plays the game like this, where they just run around the map and shoot everyone. And you pick Denari, and then you're either in a 1v5 where the trips don't matter anymore, or your team has killed everyone and the trips don't matter anymore. There's only really those niche rounds where the Denari trips actually do stuff. Right? Which is why it's like, I don't know. Yeah, that guy's cheating. I'm assuming you guys noticed that. So I'm just gonna get off. I'm gonna end the stream there. Sorry about that. I was playing. That was gonna be my last game anyway. So there's just no point with me sitting through that. This game sucks. Actually, you guys want to play Battlefield? Should we play some Battlefield? I haven't played Battlefield yet. Yeah, fuck it. Play some Battlefield. You guys want to do that? I haven't played it yet, so I really don't know what to expect. But I feel like we might as well try it out. I'll play a couple games, see how it goes. I was planning on playing it at some point anyway. Battlefield looks sick. Okay, good to know. YouTube stream, we are switching over to Battlefield now, which means the live won't really match because that's not how it works. I don't know. It just doesn't work like that. The YouTube live is weird. It's like hard to like switch over and stuff, but this might break my PC. I haven't even launched Battlefield 6 yet. It's a ton of fun. I have heard a lot of people like saying good things about it. I haven't seen like really any bad takes on it, except for like something about connection problems or something, or the net code. I don't know. What do I know? I play CS a lot, or not? Maybe not a lot. Like that's what I'll play if I have free time, which maybe is like a couple games a week. You know, like maybe once a week. I'll definitely be playing CS this week because my girlfriend's gone for a week, so it's gaming time, dude. Or I'll be just editing videos and shit. They don't have enough server space? Okay. So it might take me a bit to get in. I've heard that was an issue as well. I was just kind of like, it's been a few days. It's probably not a problem, right? Okay, I gotta update my drivers. All right, fuck this. Never mind, guys. I might just go play off stream. I'm gonna go do a driver update and I'll just test it out because I don't even have my settings or anything. It's gonna take a long time to switch all over and stuff. So never mind. We'll see you guys. Who knows? I don't really stream. I haven't streamed since the first day of the season. Might not see you for a while. I'll still be posting on YouTube, so stay tuned there to see more content. Appreciate you guys coming. Have a fantastic time without me until I return once again. I appreciate all you guys stopping by, saying hi. Thank you. If you're interested on understanding my position on the current siege, I did upload a pretty important video, I would say, just criticizing what Rainbow Six Siege has been over the past few years and my personal complaints on the game. So you can take a look at that if you haven't already. And yeah, thanks guys. See you later.